If you know anything about Dutch weather, you know that it's particularly brutal in the winter. Cold, dark, and wet. So to break up the winter, I decided to head south for a short trip, in search of sunlight. First stop was a small town near Faro in the Algarve called Lule. With a population of just over 70,000 people, this quaint town is where life began to slow down. You know, I've always admired people who are able to kind of disconnect from society in a sense and, move into nature, live off the grid, so to say. I mean, there's really no such thing, I don't think anymore, no such thing as living off the grid truly now that the whole world is, connected with the internet. Satellites everywhere, right? But to the extent that somebody's able to disconnect from modern society, spend a lot of time, by themselves or with just a few people, disconnected from social media, disconnected from, the material society and spend time in nature. I've always admired people like that. I try to do that here and there myself. Go for long walks, spend time in nature as much as possible. It's not always possible, but I think it's important for any human to get out in nature and kind of get back to your roots and see a different side of life, kind of reconnect with the physical world before everything goes to the metaverse. So that's what we're out here doing. Sam is originally from the Netherlands, but after having made the 2,500 kilometer journey in his 1990s white Renault Quattro, he found a new version of life, the slow life, in southern Portugal. Remind me, you were telling me the story of kind of how you got this place, or the history before you guys took it over. So there was a plane crash, or what was?
Yeah, there was a plane crash of Martinair in Faro airport. A lot of Dutch people were involved. A couple. The man was a writer. I think his name was John Calse, something like that. He was the writer of a book called "Say Yes to Everything, Say Yes to Money." And he had a lot of followers, and he was involved in the plane crash. And then he was like, "So I went down to earth here. I have to do something here." So then he went looking for a place, and he bought this place. He and all his followers, they built this place. It's massive. It's big. With a lot of roads and a lot of rocks, and they built this place with I think hundreds of them or something. Hundreds, something like 80 people. When we arrived here, here in the middle of the entrance, there was a big, huge picture of people all dressed in white, helping on this land, and the story of the woman who owned the land, and also the books he wrote. And eventually, I think he died in Holland and she died here, one of both, or they both died here.
Okay.
One of both, and then sister took over. She did it for I think 15 years or something. Then we bought it from her.
Nice.
And now it's a beautiful, serene place, and we're fixing everything.
Yeah.
It's a dream to do this. It's also harsh because you also have a lot of work, the upkeep of the garden, and all the buildings. But it's incredible.
Yeah. In exchange, you get to kind of
It's a
control your
lifetime
time.
opportunity. I mean, who has the opportunity to do this on this type of land? And it's a dream.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful place you built here, man. It's exciting to see it kind of grow, and you're living my dream.
Mac.
So this is one of the houses up here where you have the trailer here built in, the caravan. And Mike has set up his own area makeshift kitchen. He's got some fresh pasta on the way. Desk with a view. Really living off the land. So he's gonna show us the yoga chalet. It runs from, you said February to November? No.
March.
March to November. So a good place to escape city life. Come here to Portugal and get away for a few days.
Welcome.
There's the Zen.
Take off your shoes.
Let's see it.
Beard.
Look. Do yoga or else.
This floor is made of cork.
Okay.
It's a cork floor.
Yeah.
You'll feel it because it's not
Kind of
cold,
soft.
It's soft.
Yeah.
Look at the view. You can look at the ocean. You can look at the valley. You have like a almost 200 degrees view.
Okay. Yeah.
And people do their yogas here. Look at the ceiling. Incredible, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful. And cork is natural to Portugal, right? That's like a main location where cork comes from.
Yes.
Is that right?
They're the biggest breeders of cork in the world. Well, my dream here is to have like groups of young people between 12 and 15 or 10 and 15. They have problems in Holland mentally or with society or whatever, or they don't find their place. And I think that it can help them a lot when they go out of their comfort zone, they'll go out of their freshest circle, they go to another place like this.
Yeah.
I imagine that they've never been to a place like this, and then I just make them stick their hands in the ground, and that's it, and just be here and talk with them, just live with them, and and then gradually asking them questions, but on a very friendship way and a very playful way, because I think it can open them up in a different way, because they don't have any connections with this land, and then they come here and everything is new, and maybe they open up, because in Holland this a lot of time is difficult, because all the points of recognition, they put you back into your shell, into your comfort zone, and then
don't give you a chance to break out.
Yeah.
Be in the nature here.
Maybe they can break out, and they can see that also a guy like me, or all kinds of people are living everywhere and see a different type of life.
Yeah.
And maybe it makes them think, oh, if I touch only one of them in a year, it's already like satisfying.
Already worth it.
And we have the opportunity to, because we have this land and we have a lot of room, so it could be a nice cooperation with somebody in Holland that works with kids.
Yeah.
And then we could work with them here.
Yeah.
Then I invite these professionals, they work with them here in the land, and I'm like the host.
Yeah, facilitating it, kind of a mental health getaway place, reconnect with nature, reconnect with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine these children have never been in a place where it's so quiet.
No, I was thinking that this morning when I came out here and it was sunny, which number one was amazing. First of all, being in Holland, it's always dark in this time of the year, but I heard the dogs barking, the birds chirping, just kind of some workers in the background. You hear the distance, all these noises, for a while.
And you feel nature, because you get up and the first thing you see is nature. Like, well, in Holland, when you get up, you go out of your door.
You
the
see
first
brick
thing
and cement.
You see bakery, you see names, you see advertisements. So you already get polluted in your mind. You already get a lot of information. Here you just stand up, you wake up and you look and you see nature.
And watched a bee pollinate 4 flowers. I watched it travel to 4 different flowers, and I was like, man, I even being here just for a few days, I was like,
it's just, I have this land. Why shouldn't I share it with people?
Yeah.
Share it. Sharing is what people don't do in this world anymore, and that's a shame. It's good to share with people.
Yeah. I really appreciate about what you're doing here, man. And I also, so I've met now Mike, and there's also this fellow from Finland. I'm not even sure how many different people you have here doing, what is it? Is it work?
Workaway.
Workaway.
Yeah,
okay.
Ari, the Finnish guy, is a workawayer.
Okay.
I have several of them, but now he's the only one. And then we have Mel, is the friend of Jenny, my auntie. Then you have my auntie Jenny.
Okay.
Then you have Mike.
Yeah.
Then you have me.
Yeah.
Then you have my mother's boyfriend who just passed away. This used to be his house.
Okay.
Then you have my mother and my auntie.
Okay. And then other people kind of circulating throughout the year, just kind of at different times.
When I feel the need to, then I ask for people, and when I don't want when I want my privacy, I just
slow
take
down.
my privacy.
Yeah. Like what you've done with the place. So you said there's also chameleons here, right? You said like one of 3 places in the world.
Yeah. There's chameleons here. It's like here in Algarve, Madagascar, and another place. I don't remind. I can't recall it, but and they're everywhere here. I've seen them crawling over the floor, in the trees, everywhere, and I was showing them to my son. We even put them in a box and put a towel on top of it to see if it changed color, and after 10 minutes it would change color.
Oh yeah?
It was amazing.
That's amazing.
And then,
They're hard to spot.
they're
I
hard
mean,
to
given
spot,
their
but if
unique...
you see them, it's like, whoa, you
Yeah.
were so perfectly hidden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike said he found a
and-
baby one
Yeah,
yesterday.
yes,
A little
he found a
tiny
baby,
small
yes,
one.
tiny
That's
one.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, really cool.
And what else? What other kind of nature you see up here?
Well, they also have wild boars. We have snakes. We have lynx. A lot of foxes.
Okay.
There's also tarantulas.
All the time, or more in the
whole year-
summertime?
during the whole year, you have tarantulas. You see
Oh,
them.
perfect. Great.
And,
Okay.
I never knew they were also in Europe, but in fact, it appears to be that the name tarantula comes from a town in Italy,
Huh.
where they found these kind of spiders, and with the spider one time bit somebody, and this person was like sort of dancing, and then they started like a sort of dance there in the place tarantula. So it's like a tarantula dance,
Okay.
and that's why it's called tarantula, because
After
of the
the
place.
after the place that
Yeah.
where you dance
Yeah,
to
yeah.
escape the spider.
Yeah, something like that, or
Oh,
I don't know
man.
what it exactly was. But
Yeah.
So apparently the name tarantula comes from Europe, but all people think it comes from South America or something, because the big spiders, tarantulas.
The monster ones.
But
Yeah.
the name comes from Europe,
Huh.
from Italy to be specific.
I had no idea.
Huh?
The more you know.
I'll tell you another story,
Sure.
because here you find a lot of carob, like this.
Carob.
This one.
Mhm.
In the end, they'll become black.
Mhm.
So if they're black, I can find them somewhere. Here, a black one. Ah, here, this one. Look, this is a carob,
Mhm.
and you know, with gold, we
Uh-huh.
always say 24 karat,
Yeah.
23 or whatever.
Yeah.
It comes from this thing. It's in Latin they call it carob,
Okay.
and all the seeds of the carob, even if they are different in size,
Mhm.
they weigh the same, always exactly the same.
Okay.
So then they used these seeds,
Yeah.
as a counter
As a weighting
weight,
system.
counterweight against gold.
Okay.
So that's why 24 of the seeds is 24 carats gold.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
seeds always weigh exactly the same. Always, even if the one is thicker, the other one is smaller.
Yeah. The inside's the same, even if the outer.
Always, nobody can explain it, but always they weigh the same. So
Wow.
this is a seed, and if you have a seed that's bigger, it still weighs the same. That's why
cool.
they used it.
Yeah. This is one.
This is one. Oh, I can try to search another one, and you'll see even the sizes are always different.
1 carat. Not bad.
Here's another one. Sometimes, and even if you take another tree with another carob, and there's a smaller one and a smaller seeds, they weigh the same.
Oh, that's wild.
They always weigh the same.
Huh. No idea.
Funny, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking almond tree, man. Fuck.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
So you have lots of vegetation, almonds.
All these trees, all of them are carob trees.
Okay.
And if you take the carobs,
Yeah.
you collect them,
Yeah.
you bring them to a factory,
Yeah.
they'll give you 2,000 euros.
What is that? What do they use those
So
for?
it's like 15 euros a sack, and all the trees, if we collect them, we have like 2,000 euros worth of carob. And they use them for food, they use them for a lot of stuff, cakes and
Okay.
pies and
They grind it down and use it like a flour or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool.
And then we have lavender everywhere.
My favorite scent, actually. Yeah,
Rosemary
it's
everywhere.
nice. Yeah.
Everywhere in the land you will find rosemary.
Oh, man. Practically live off the land.
Sort of.
Except for the piri-piri chicken, which, gotta go in town for that.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like a piri-piri chicken, it only costs you 5 euros.
And this is a thing, piri-piri chicken, like across Portugal. You said it's a
Yeah.
kind of competition who can make the best.
It's the thing it's the best chicken of Europe for me.
Yeah.
They make it really tender, juicy, and they grill it on top of carbon, So
Yeah.
then it tastes
Like the
taste
char
is
kind of
fresh.
taste.
Yeah, charcoal.
Oh man.
With a nice juicy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Go with this when all the girls come to you.
Yeah. So this is the place. All right.
I will try the price again.
Let's see it. Famous piri piri.
You already see the difference, right? Between the two chickens.
Piri piri chicken. Here we go.
So you notice the difference?
Lekker.
Did you notice the difference between the other one and this one? The other one was like a dryish kid chicken, and this one is not dryish. The juice is juicy.
No.
And it's more tasty. The piri piri tastes better.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Very good. Lekker.
Come on.
Only rosemary.
Only on top is lavendel, one brand.
Ah, okay.
But this is rose.
Like lavender.
Fuck,
Yeah.
burn it. Okay.
Are you gonna burn it? That's the plan.
Yeah, slow. I dry these things. I put
Yeah.
it in a can. I have how you call it, to burn.
Yeah.
So I imagine how much. I made once oil from it, skin medicine, but this much I just dry and smell.
Yeah. It's a very nice fire.
Yo,
Nice smelling fire.
Imagine.